Now I'm going to tell you how to reduce your load of learning. In primary school, these are the basic 4 shapes that we have to learn. And basically, we will think that there are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 formula to remember. In fact, this and this is the most important formula to know, and this part you don't have to remember because everybody know how to find this area as well as its perimeter. This is the most important part that you got to learn. That is why I put in the center. Okay, so why is it so that we don't need to memorize all these 4 formula and just need to know this? Okay, these 2 shapes, the square and the triangle, is being derived from here. And in fact, this circle, when we cut into about 16 parts, and actually we can put it in the way to form a rectangle as well. That is why this rectangle is so called the root of all these 3 shapes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I will tell you how does this related to this. First, because it's the most easiest part, this is exactly the same as this, therefore I put the same color. Coming to here, that is the length. When the length getting shorter, still the length of it is the same as the breadth, and naturally become a square. So the area is length times breadth to find the area of the shaded part here. As the length is the same as the breadth, therefore it can be breadth times the breadth, or you could say that it's the length times the length to find the area of the shaded part. So therefore, knowing this, you know this. Okay, when you know this, you also know this. Why? Let me show you. This is a rectangle. This is what we call the length. When it becomes the shape of triangle, this is no longer called length. It will call the base. This rectangle, we call it the breadth. When it comes to triangle, it becomes the height. And we cut into half. We cut it into half. We cut into half times length times breadth. For this triangle, it called base times height. I repeat, for the area of rectangle is length times breadth. For the triangle will be base times height. You see, the same. Of course, you have to times half because it's half the area. So half times base times height. Originally, this is the length. Originally, this is the breadth. So length times breadth. When it becomes a triangle, it's called base times height. It's the same that as when we are very young, our parents tend to give us a name. As time passes by, we tend to have another nickname that can be given by yourself or your friend. Okay, so that means that at different level, at different stage of life, we tend to have so-called different name. It's the same. That's why maths is closely related to our daily life. It's very interesting if you see it. So therefore, this and this, by knowing this, you clear these two. And this circle, in fact, okay, this portion that is called the circumference, you can cut it into 16 parts. But I just cut it into basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 parts. And you can form this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you can form as though you are putting this way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You look carefully, it's exactly look like a rectangle. Don't you think so? After that, if you cut this into half, okay, this thing, you put it over here, and at the end, it's actually forming a rectangle. You see, this portion is being placed over here, and you see carefully, it's actually forming a rectangle like this. This is for your additional information, how actually circle can be forming a rectangle. Okay, so if you see carefully, this portion, okay, this portion is actually the circumference, which is actually forming the length. The circumference form the length form the circumference. See that? Okay, it's over here. And this portion, okay, is actually the radius. Okay, the radius, and therefore it's actually originally called the breadth. Okay, to know this, how circle is related to rectangle is not so important, but if you know, you will find that it's very interesting. Okay, this is the basic way that how we exactly need to see how things are related to each other and reduce the load of learning. If you're really interested to find out even more, okay, and how you can further reduce, you may come on either Saturday or Sunday to have a casual talk with me to find out even more. See you there. Thank you.